my YouTube friends, how are you? Happy Wednesday. It is probably closer to 1 p.m. in the afternoon, and it's warm. I thought yesterday was supposed to be our hottest day. I was wrong. It's today. Humid. Got up at 9 a.m. and the dew point, which was 72, and our normal should be in the 50s. So we're supposed to be near the 90s again. On and off chances of rain. So this morning Mr. Jerry went out and he's watered the garden for me. Checked it yesterday. I have Simba in here with me. Hey, Mr. Simba. I don't know if I can get him or not without startling him. Let me move you a second. And right there he is. Hey, pretty boy. Hey, pretty boy. You's a handsome boy, aren't you? Then I hit, instead of pause, I hit shut off. So this is where he has resided. Last night, I was talking about the garden. So anyways, yesterday checked the garden a little bit, and I got regular peas that are starting to grow. I had like 2 or 3 of them. They're about this size. So, and on my Roma tomato plants, one plant I did notice had 2 baby Romas growing, and they were probably marble size, and a couple more flowers and stuff on that plant. The other plants I haven't seen too much, but you know. And my pepper plants, the mini yellow bell California peppers, they are now turning a yellow, and I would say, because they say they should be about 2 to 3 inches, I'd say they're about 1.5 inches. So, but they're starting, but everything else looks good. I replanted some more green beans because those are the only thing that doesn't look good. And I got so many flowers on my cucumber plants, and our cantaloupe has so many flowers. So, but this is when the garden is coming alive, and it just looks like a jungle out there. And our potatoes are all flowering, and so just a matter of time. But they are the heat-loving plants, and they will thrive in this type of weather. I'm still nursing along my cauliflower and my cabbage. They are under a shade cloth, and I think that's 40%. And so, yeah, we'll see if, I mean, they still look good. I'm just not seeing anything forming. I planted them about, well, the last weekend of May, so they probably still have, you know, a good 50 to 70 days or so. So, and then this morning, Mr. Jerry went out and picked some more strawberries from our little strawberry patch, and he got probably a couple of cups. They look really good, and he's already washed them and top them and put them in a bowl. What he's been doing is in the mornings, he'll have his bran cereal or bran flakes, and instead of doing, he bought the Special K with the dehydrated strawberries in it. He's been adding real strawberries to it too. So, and the kitty cats. So last night, I mean, this is only beginning of day 3, and really they are progressing along so well. Last night, Jerry was sitting in his room, and Simba's been in the craft room, and every once in a while, you know, when we're up and about, we'll come in and we'll just talk to him for about, you know, 20-30 seconds, and then let him be. And Nala was in the fireplace room under a corner table and just laying there, and we would do the same with her. Well, last night he sent me a picture. He texted to me because I was in the sunroom, and Simba had came out and had went and laid on the floor in front of him. And then after a couple of times, he would get up, and Simba would get up and, you know, like rub against Jerry's legs and then go back and lay down. Well, he said about the third or fourth time that Simba did that, then he picked him up and just put him on his lap, patted him, and he said he was there only for a few seconds and then jumped down, and he, you know, he just let him go. He said, but it didn't take him long. The next thing you know, he jumped right back up on Jerry's lap, and he did that a couple of times. And then I'm sitting out in the sunroom, and all of a sudden, here comes Simba. He just comes right in, and he's rubbing my feet, and he won't jump. He's not jumping up on me, but he's rubbing my feet, and he was rolling and everything. And so I sent Jerry a text because I knew as soon as I put the chair down, he would probably run. Jerry came out, and of course, yeah, that's what Simba did, was that he, of course, he ran behind me and the couch there. And so Jerry, when he saw Jerry, and then Jerry sat on the floor, then Simba came out, and he was taking some toys and playing with them and stuff. And the realization is that we've played with both of them. I don't think they've ever been played with. And I think the reason that he chooses to be high up is because he probably came from a home that had kids, because on their records it said good with small kids and dogs and cats, and they, you know, because he was with Nala, and they had another indoor-outdoor cat. So we're not for sure how much loving these cats really got, if there's little kids. And so last night when we were out in the sunroom, then Nala came out, and she was looking around, and she was using what I would say her indoor voice. It was nice and quiet. It wasn't that panic scream that she had the night before. And but they just kept going back and forth, and it was a good sign. Well, then they all disappeared, and he was back up here, and she was back in her corner. So about 11:15 we went to bed, not knowing what we would get or not, hoping not like the night before. And I know I went right out because I didn't get much sleep the night before, and about 4:30 woke up to Simba crying, and he was up on the bed crying. And Jerry said, "What's the matter, Simba?" And he came right over to Jerry, and then he came right and laid on my chest and let me pet him for a minute. And then, you know, he went back down by my feet. Then he cried, and I said something to him. He came back up on my chest, and then he walked over to Jerry, and then he walked around to Jerry's back, which was fine. I mean, he settled down a little bit, and then he jumped down. But then he, every once in a while, you could hear him crying. I think he was looking for his sister. And we fell back to sleep, and about 5:30 we heard her. And it wasn't her quiet voice. And she was yowling, and she was just hunting back and forth. And I called her up on the bed, and she actually was purring. And she has such a different purr to her. It's not like a normal cat purr. It's just like, it's hard to explain. But she kept talking, and then she'd get up and she'd go over to Jerry, and then she'd come back and lay by me, and then she'd go to Jerry, and then, you know, she jumped down and she went in the bathroom. And then I thought, well, maybe she's got to go to the bathroom. Now, Simba has used the litter box, and Simba has ate before. And she ate yesterday, but she hadn't used the litter box. So I'm here here to say that's what the problem was. She kept hollering, and it was almost like that panic cry, you know. And I got up with her, went in the bathroom. Of course, she shot right out of the bathroom. I followed her out into the kitchen thinking, okay, I'll check the dishes just in case. And one dish was nearly empty, so I gave them both a little fresh food. She sniffed it. They have the water because it's a fountain, drinking fountain water. And I just went back to bed because, you know, every once in a while when I was out there, she would come up to me and I'd pick her up and I'd pet her and I'd kiss on her head and, you know, love on her, then put her back down, and about 2 or 3 times like that. And I went back to bed and she just stood at the door and just yowled. Well, the next thing you know, she's in the bathroom, and I told Jerry, because he could not sleep through that. And he says, geez. And I says, well, do you think it's because he got a different litter box than what we started with? It is stainless steel. It has the splatter guard, so it is twice as tall, basically. The bottom part is the same as the other one, but it looks different. And so he got up. He got out the original box because, you know, they hadn't used that one. And he just sat right there and put some in there, and then we could hear her in it, and she was just yowling the whole time. And digging. Jerry kept saying, what is she doing, making a sandcastle in there? So she finally did her business, and, you know, just so dramatic of a cry, and got out. And then as she came by the bed, I says, was you a good girl? Was you a big girl? And she did this cute little meow, but then she kind of meowed and she left, and we could hear her out here crying, but we didn't say anything. And about 6 o'clock, everything settled down. So we were able to go back to sleep until about 9. But today she has been out in the sunroom with me behind the chair or the couch. And every time that we lift up the recliner to talk to her, then she runs out, you know, and then she'll go into our bedroom, and if Jerry's sitting out here, she'll just stand by his dresser and holler and come out back and forth. But then I'll see this cat that zooms right in the sunroom behind my recliner, and so that's where she's hiding. But we don't care. She's in a different room. And last night they both got so that they were in the room playing, and he literally groomed himself last night, and that was the first. You can come in. He's already said hi, and he's moved back and forth. He looks really, he's like, Daddy, I'm tired. So Jerry's going up to pet him. So day 3 so far is okay, and we both are assuming it's going to get better and better, especially at nighttime. And maybe she won't be so scared of her litter box tonight. So, but they're just adjusting, and we might have to get a blanket or something to put up there for him. Oh, he's such a good boy. Oh, he says, I like that, Daddy. But anyways, Jerry just got back, so I'm going to let you guys go. He went and got our milk for the week, and I've made our creamer for the next week or 2, and got my laundry going, and need to make some bread, whether it's today or tomorrow, and we'll go from there. So no special plans. I'm just really working hard on that shawl, and I am on the last section. I've done the 1 mini in it. Now I'm starting the 2nd mini, and then the 3rd mini will be it, and then I'll have to bind it off. Well over 400 and some stitches. So thanks again, my friends. until we can meet up again like this. It's always such a pleasure and great joy to be able to meet with you, and continued thanks on all the comments until we can chat again. See you soon.
Which one you want?
Simba.